Lucia. How are you feeling today? I'm doing good. I'm your host, Shayla Mendes, and you're watching This Morning here on DBS. Now, you can hear the sweet sounds of music in the background, and I have three lovely, gorgeous, amazing, talented ladies here with me, all musicians, singers in their own right. And today, this segment is all about Libo and the Liberation concert coming up. Of course, one of our sons here in St. Lucia who needs our help, recently diagnosed with cancer. And you know what? Linda's going to take it away and let us know exactly about the concert happening this Sunday.
So on Sunday, the 28th of August, we're all going to be in one place. That's the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground. From 2 p.m. It's going to be a whole fun day of activities. We have face painting for the kids, bouncing castle for the kids. There's fashion designers coming on stage with their models. There will be dancers and most of all, singers. The singers are going to be not just doing their own songs, but a lot of the songs that Libo has written, produced, mixed, mastered, or sang himself. We're going to be using these songs live on stage. It's going to be a straight set. It's going to be an amazing time. The tickets are only $20. We also have telephone lines set on a side at a call center. So if you have your family members who can't make it, you could invite them to call us. The numbers will be at the bottom of the screen on Sunday. It will be covered by Choice TV and Kyrie FM. A whole bunch of the media companies are on board. So you could call and pledge to help us raise enough funds to have enough money to help our friend Libo and his medical expenses.
Great. Now with me I have Stacey Charles, who is not a stranger as well when it comes to the music side of things, and she has an amazing voice and also has personally worked with Libo. So how has your encounters and experiences with him been?
Well, it's been great. I mean, Libo is a talented producer and he pushes you to do, more than just the ordinary. He's just awesome. He's just awesome.
And now, of course, we have Claudia the Diva Edward, and she too has personally worked with Libo. And can you believe it? There's still some people who actually did not know who Libo was, or who he is, I should say.
No, that's not true. Everybody knows Libo. All right, but the work of Libo is amazing. As Stacey said as well, I mean, I went into Libo's studio to do this song On the Edge, and there were certain parts of it. I said, I don't want to do my own backups. Can we get somebody? And it's like, no. Your backups will sound very good on that song. We want your backups on that song. Best backups are yours. So I trusted him with that, and the song is amazing. The feel of the music is amazing. When Libo pens a song or produces a song, there's passion in it, and you can feel it when you sing it, when you hear it. So it's been amazing.
Great. And you know, one thing with Libo that across the board, majority of the musicians are saying, well, not majority, I think it's unanimous, how much of a positive person he was. Even when you went into studio, that experience with him, you'd go deeper than music, So I think recently Sadale was saying the same thing. And he has been, in my mind, a pioneer and very instrumental in pushing our music forward too.
And it's not just music only. He has been actually a teacher to a lot of the new producers who are coming on board. Sometimes I go into Libo's studio to do a song or to do an ad, and Libo has such a large archive of production ads he has done for corporate sponsors, corporate houses like Digicel. Even when Cable and Wireless first launched here in St. Lucia, he came out with the song Some Blue Yo. And a lot of the stuff that he produces, it just sticks in your head because of the passion he has behind his music. You go to work and you find yourself singing Caribbean Medals, you've got you covered. I mean, you're not a builder. You're not building any houses, but whatever Libo produces, he has this thing about it, and he taught it to all the producers how to make the music have a hook, how to make it sound good, how to make it have passion. If it's a ballad or whether it's a reggae or dancehall, whatever it is, he puts his all into it. And if he realizes that you are not as technically inclined as you should be as a producer, he gives you other stuff to do at home, to homework, and he shares his stuff. And if you're a singer that's missing something, he tweaks it for you and he tells you what to do. He's just an amazing heart and the most patient person I've ever seen. Christopher Hunt is one of his closest friends. That's just testimony of how patient Libo has been up till date, I'm telling you.
No, I love how she said that. But even bands like Chronic Heights, a lot of people know that was Libo behind that. Roly Poly, Libo was behind that. So a lot of the really great songs, great music coming out.
That's from Mr. Killer, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Killer, Roly Poly.
So a lot of the great music coming out from St. Lucia, he had a hand to play with that. And he is a musician, a producer. He is a mentor. He's a father, recording artist. So everybody, wanted to know where did this stem from, but I know this was an initiative that started from the musician. So he was not even asking for help. You understand? So that shows how he's touched so many people. I personally have had my experiences with him, and he's just somebody to throw you in and tell you, go after what you want. So Sunday, the place to be is the Darren Sammy Cricket
I
Ground.
think when people see all the musicians that are going to be performing, they will see how much Lebo has done, how many songs he's produced. It's amazing. When I heard someone, I was like, oh, Lebo did that song? So it's amazing how many songs he's produced, and everybody will recognize that on Sunday.
And many artists that he's started, in the music industry, Tempest, I started with Lebo and Christopher with Tempest, and I'm from since there I've still been with them. So
And he's such a creative soul that even when you think you're just going to do a music video that's just simple, he has so many ideas and he shares it. He doesn't hold back anything. And the amazing thing is people might question how come so many artists are on board? Over 200 plus artists want to do stuff. You hear people saying, I'll do cleanup, I'll man the telephone lines, I'll do production, I'll help wherever way you can. Even people, exactly. So we want to encourage the artists to go over to Echo. We have 400 plus members of in Echo. You could go over there if you have not. The maximum amount we're asking you to pledge towards Lebo's medical treatment is $250. So in case your royalties have not accumulated to $250, we still ask you to sign the form. There are several options on that form. Just walk into Echo or give them a call and they'll email you the form, and it will go a long way. Remember, even though you're not a member of Echo, you could still sign in, and Steve Etienne is going to give you some guidance. And the general public, you can pitch in as well. Go over to CIBC, First Caribbean Bank, and the account number is 203-92863. That's 203-92863. And pledge whatever you can, big or small. If you're overseas or you have family members overseas or friends overseas who would like to contribute to his medical treatment as well, you can use the wire transfer. The SWIFT code is FCIB LCLC. That's FCIB LCLC in the name of Amanda Dilema. Amanda Dilema. Thank you.
Perfect. So listen, Sunday, Liberation Day, you need to come out to the Darren Sammy Cricket Grounds. That's where it's going to be. By the way, kids, is there an entrance fee for kids as well?
All kids under the age of 12 enter for free.
All right, so you see, make it a family affair. Come out, bring your family, bring your friends. It's for a great cause. So let's come together and help another one and follow the movement on social media. #4Lebo. So we will see you there. Good morning, St. Lucia. Thank you for joining us. I am Chayla Mendes, your host. You're watching This Morning, and I am pleased, as always, to be with our friends over at the National Archives. I have Trisha DeLeo here with me, and we are going to be talking about genealogy. Trisha, how are you doing today?
I'm great.
Now, tell St. Lucia exactly what is your function here at the National Archives.
Okay, I'm the Archives Research Assistant. We do genealogical research for researchers, and we type records, we search records, we also proofread them and give them out for those that are necessary. We also use court case files and probates and LAs and a whole host of records and documents that are needed to either trace your genealogy, help you get your lands that your ancestors left for you, stuff like that.
Now, St. Lucia, if you take a good look at our background, as soon as I entered here, we are surrounded by history, just seeing the books, the writing, the text, it just, I can just feel all the history. It's so exciting just when I walked in and just seeing this, So we have this reference here, we have this knowledge, and genealogy is something very important. We can actually come to the National Archives and they can help us trace our family lineage. So, Trisha, before we go on, can you explain to St. Lucia what exactly is genealogy?
Well, genealogy is basically tracing your family history through records. So you could use census, you could use birth, death, marriages, the vital records, you could use land records, probates, wills, anything that your family did legally that could give some information about their life in a time period is basically what you use to trace I don't know, anything that you want, whether they were employed as, I don't know, a fisherman, a policeman, whatever they did during their time, how many children they had, when they got married, basically that. Anything you could find out in a record, tracing your family history to just give you a picture of how they lived back then, who they were, what lands they own, basically these things. And I know many persons are interested in finding out these things about their family. Some of them, the parents died when they were young, they didn't know anything, and they came to the archives to see what they could find out. Basically that.
Great. Now, how exactly do you all assist persons with genealogy? Like, what is the process if somebody comes and they want to start looking into their family history?
Some persons come with one name, but the best thing to do is to find out everything you know about your family, collect all the records that you have. You could interview family members, your grandparents, those that are still alive. So you collect this information, we go through it, so we identify what we know and what we need to find out. So if you get as far as your parents and you want to go to your grandparents, then we do that. The best thing to do is start tracing backwards. You start with you, everything you know about yourself, your parents, all the records that you have. Then you go to your parents, and then you go backward from generation to generation. However, with genealogy, it all depends on what the customer needs and wants. So some persons may start up and go down, so it's like a descendant, and some persons may go backwards, like ancestry. So that's how it is.
All right, great. Now, for the public, of course, we're urging them to come to know their family history or find out. Are there any fees or costs attached if St. Lucians want to come and do this, search with you all at the archives?
Yes, there are fees. You start with $30 for your search, and if you want extra time, you state what you want. So if you want 5 hours or whatever you would like, you request it. Some persons don't always come for their family history, but they may just want a land record, or maybe they just look for a succession that they need, so they would just pay for that. So you pay for what you want. So if you may trace your family history but may not have a family tree done, only if you want it done, then you pay for it. So you could make your tree on your own, do your own research. But it all depends. It all depends on what you want, you pay for it. So there are different fees for different records for the searches. And if you're overseas, you just have to email the archives. We take your email and we use the information that you give us, and we help you out. We post our records for persons who need it. We do family trees, we send it to them, we email them stuff, So you're not too far away if you're seeing this. So you could also do your family tree from overseas. We get people from the UK, from the US, everywhere. From France, because our records, some of them are French. Some persons came from Martinique, some persons came from St. Vincent, because people were moving about a lot back in those days. So anywhere you are, you send an email to the archives. I really need to trace my family history. This is what I know. This is what I need done. We do our best to help and assist.
So just let St. Lucia know how they can contact you all, contact number, email address.
Okay, so you could call the National Archives at 4521654, or you could email the Genealogy Department at natsearch@cndw.lc.
Okay, fantastic. So St. Lucia, listen, the National Archives is a wealth of knowledge and just full of history. Mm-hmm. Reach out to them. Come on. There's so many aspects that make up the archives. So you need to just come and check it out. And of course, come do your family history. Do your family tree. It's something that is important to all of us to know again where we came from. So once again, bringing you and of course keeping you in the know here on This Morning. I'm Chayla Mendes, and we'll be right back.